Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be going over yet again another little hack to potentially get yourself a Zygarde cell. Now, there has been increased reports of people finding Zygarde cells recently, and I did notice something while looking in my bag at the Zygarde cube, that it is actually now a solid color instead of a faded color. Before, I couldn't click on it. Now I can tap on it to see how many cells I do have. Before, it was kind of just broken. Maybe that had something to do with it. I'm going to be going out and testing this myself to see if I can find any Zygarde cells on one trail. I will be going out. I don't know. You know what? At this point, I'll tell you my thoughts here in a second after we do that. But before we get into that, let's go ahead and take a look at a trick here. So we are going to see something from Pokemon Master Marcelo, and we're going to see, I hope I said that right, actually how you do this here. So I'll just go ahead and put it up on screen, and he will be talking, but we're just going to kind of watch it here. So let's go ahead and just start that. So essentially he tells us to stop 1 meter or 100 meters before the finish of the trail. I just wanted to show you his profile there to give him like that nice credit. So you stop 100 meters before the end of the trail, pause it, restart your app, go back into the app, and you could potentially have a Zygarde cell spawn for you. Now, I've done this several times. Now, not just today, I've done this in the past as well. People were recommending that I do this, and it still did not happen for me. All right, now I did do this on multiple trails, so I'm not sitting here doing it on one single one. He also goes over something really quick about how longer and straighter trails can be better for you to have the Zygarde cell pop up, and that is exactly what I did for my newest trail, which has not been approved yet, but I will be experimenting on that once it does get approved here. So there you have it. I mean, essentially what he tells you to do is stop 100 meters before you finish it, pause it, or I guess you can stop and pause. It's both same difference, right? Restart the app, come back in, and then it should be spawn around you. Give it a second. But again, I did this 3 times on one route, and I've done this multiple times on other routes throughout the week, and it hasn't happened for me, and I've gotten 0 cells still. So I don't know. Another thing really quick I want to go over is the fact that shorter routes seems to be getting approved a lot faster than longer routes, because I did submit this longer route after I did submit my last two. My last 2 were approved before this longer route, and it's still in the process of being approved. It could be something, or couldn't be. Just a little heads up I thought I'd tell you there. So maybe if you make shorter routes, they just might get approved before the bigger ones. All right, now taking a look at the Pokemongo app here, you know, it's kind of annoying that they're promoting this and it is still a piece of crap. Not only can people not find routes, but you can't even find cells, a very few handful. So people are going to be lucky enough to evolve their Zygardes, while the others who are doing the routes are still not able to find any cells. It's absolutely ridiculous crap. Now, taking a look at their image here, you know, it's funny because they've got this in, looks like the mountains. You're not going to see no routes in the mountains. I mean, what is this? Maybe in some states or some countries, but not for me. All right, I mean, I guess I can go out there in the mountains and make a route, because technically I could go to an area just like this and make one, but I kind of thought that was funny. An more accurate description of that depiction would be of a route that was in the middle of a city, and it was a hectic area, and it was just, the route was just like swirling all over the place, right? Just rolling through the comments, people aren't having it. People are sick and tired. I mean, it's almost as if they know exactly what they're doing as far as Niantic is concerned, on how the routes are broken and how everybody is pissed off about them, but they're continuing on because they're probably just, you know, squeezing a little lemon in there, a little salt. There was an episode of Ren and Stimpy where I think actually, no, this was the kids one, because they got an adult Ren and Stimpy, and now, you know, they had the Nickelodeon ones. The adult one's crazy. I'm not even going to tell you what's in there. You go find it yourself. But the older one, there's like this dude. It was so weird. I remember, it burned into my head as a kid. He like took a cheese grater, grated his skin, then put lemon on it, then put salt on it. That's what Niantic is doing. Anyways, people aren't having it, and they're just rubbing salt in the wound. All right, now let's go ahead and take a look at my route. Okay, see, Zygarde cell is able to be looked at. It's highlighted in actual color, not like the lure modules when you're not next to a Pokestop, right? All right, And we're off to the races. Oh my gosh, I'm doing this stupid ass crap again. You know, I'm really getting sick and tired of these routes. I really am. I have done plenty of them, and I should at least have 15 cells by now. At least 15 cells. It's actually getting pretty ridiculous. Now, as far as looking at the route spawns, I don't care. You're gonna wanna have to look out for a little sparkly light. Now, I've known this from the get-go, right? Now, I'm just mentioning this in case you didn't, because I haven't really brung it up. So what you're looking for exactly is that the Zygarde cell is actually going to be very hard to see if you're not paying attention. And it's just going to be like a little light on the ground. Just a little sparkly light, not even a Pokemon. You got to pay very close attention, otherwise you will miss it. More than likely, you've probably seen one and you probably just didn't tap on it. Maybe you probably haven't seen one. Let's be real. Another thing, they're spawning at literally at the end of the route, like on the opposite side, almost impossible to even collect the Zygarde cells. So essentially, when you get to the end of your route, the end point, so here's the end, then the Zygarde cell will be over here. It's like almost impossible, because even if the end's right here and you're over here, sometimes it might just complete it. You're gonna see that happen here in a second. You do not need to reach the end of the route for it to complete. And that is so stupidly annoying, because that could have been a potential Zygarde spawn, but no, they have to have it complete way before you even get to the end of the route, as you're gonna see here. All right, so let's go ahead and see. We pause it here and we stop it. Looks like we were about 100 meters. It doesn't have to be 100 meters exactly, because in his video, he was like 80 something, okay? Just a rough area of around how far away you want to be. Although it does seem like I'm a lot further away, but nonetheless, we're going to get closer, pause it, restart it, and do it again and again, and get closer and closer and see what we can do here and test it out, right? Okay, and like I said, I've done this on multiple routes. I'm just going to save you the time of watching me do all these routes, because it was the same result, okay? So we're just going to look at this one here. Again, I paused it again, and it paused. For some reason, it wants to pause right after you unpaused it. So if you pause it, it wants to, and then you unpause it, it wants to pause it again, which could screw up the whole process of trying to, you know, have the Zygarde pop up, I guess. Then you got to restart your app again, maybe, who knows. But yeah, so you want to pause it, restart your app, hop in, and hopefully it'll pop up on the side of the thing. Again, I don't know how, I mean, it's happening for people apparently, but it's not happening for me. I've done this like, I don't know, like 10 times now, right? So let's go ahead and see again. And there is nothing. And I do believe the route's actually just going to complete here in just a second. Okay, so I was like, oh, well, guess I'm done for the day. I'm going to take Athena out later to the baseball field where I do have my other route, and I'm actually going to see what happens there. But my hopes are not very high. And by the way, why does the Zygarde cell cube look like a Chevy logo? What's going on there? Anyways, there you have it. I just wanted to break this down for you. I know we've been talking about this stupid ass Zygarde cell for so long and these routes, but it is such an issue that I need to keep bringing it up, and people are experiencing this, and the notifications are getting pushed to everybody, so they're not seeing all of my videos. So putting them out in segments like this is helping reach a bigger audience and letting people know that there's an actual issue, because not everybody is sitting on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, and looking at the tweets that's going on, or on Reddit, or whatever the case may be. There are other videos of people getting so close beyond the route, and actually, I don't know how they did this, but the Zygarde cell is beyond the route. It would almost be impossible to know if it was there, or to even get it for most people, because by the time you get to that point on the route where you surpass the end, it'll auto finish for you, right? Like you've seen for me. I didn't even have to finish the route, and it just completed it. But for that person, it was beyond the end of the route is where they found the cell. What is this shit? Niantic, what kind of games are you playing? Stop making it seem like Zygarde, well, it is going to be super good, but come on, this is absolutely ridiculous. And then the fact that you're pushing it more and more and more. Technically, technically the route, I mean, not for me, the routes work, but for the majority of the people, I don't know, like 60% or more, they don't work. So I was gonna say, if they did work for you, you would enjoy the experience, minus the Zygarde cells. It's cool finding a route if you can actually find one, if it's a good one, and it's not like zigzag, zigzag, zigzag. Like, what is this shit? When it's like that, you can't, you can complete it, you'll just walk straight through it, and it'll just auto fill out the track as you're walking in a straight line. It's stupid. There was one in the mall, it got reported, it's gone. There's no point in doing that. I'm sorry to the person, I mean, I wasn't me. Okay, but it's gone already. So don't make zigzag tracks. And if it ends up being like that, then try again, I guess. All right. Anyways, there you have it. Wait at the end, pause it. Who knows? Close your eyes, spin around, throw your phone in the air. Don't do that. Just joking. Okay. And maybe you might get a Zygarde cell. Who knows? At this rate, you're never going to get perfect unless they come out with what they're going to do. 10 minutes. We need to hurry up. Wrap this up. What they're going to do is it's probably going to be some GoFest bullshit next year. And, oh, more Zygarde cells are going to pop up on routes, or there's going to be routes here, pre-made routes that you're going to follow and get Zygarde cells increased, or an event, or whatever. But it's probably going to revolve around money. You better freaking believe it. No F-bombs on this channel. That we do not do. All right, anyways, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all next time. Take care.